Alright folks, the deck is Big Rogue. The goal of the deck is to play this while we can, before it potentially gets nerfed, because this deck is apparently incredibly broken. The goal of the deck is to use Sketchy Information alongside Snowfall...
Good evening, Roffle. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing alright, thank you, Chosen. The goal of the deck is to use Snowfall Graveyard alongside Sketchy Information to pull Kobold Illusionist from our deck, summon a minion from hand, which could be either Masked Reveler and Stoneborn General, both of which have a death rattle themselves to summon extra minions, flooding our board and making our opponents miserable. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You can catch me live at twitch.tv/Roffle. Hey, welcome, Samrat. Hey, Scarto. This deck wrecked me once. I sat there and said to myself, what did I just see? Oh, don't worry, it's only going to get more popular.
Shall we dance?
Let's keep one of these and look for... Sure. I mean, we want to have the big minions in hand, right? Boy, do we ever have them.
Well met.
Happy 1-year anniversary, Mr. Roffle. Do you think Gen and Baku would be better if they allowed the other card but increased their cost by 1?
You think? No. I think Gen and Baku are fine as they are. They're both very strong in their own way, and I have just been hard countered. I would like to find a Snowfall Graveyard, and maybe you should have looked harder for that than the minions themselves. I can use this to hunt for the Snowfall as well. But I guess this really only interrupts the Reveler, so not necessarily the end of the world. Although it does kind of mess with our Sketchy Information as well. Do I want a Swindle? Or do I want... I think I just... What are my minions left? I have another Stoneborn and a Reveler. Sure, let's Swindle. Makes the Reveler worse, but that's about it. The Reveler's already kind of bad because of the Weasels, which getting one out of my deck is maybe not a bad thing. So now it's a 50-50 to hit the other Weasel if I get a Reveler down. We tried Totem Shaman. Not yet, but it's on the list, coming up soon. Good God. Why is it me that is getting bullied here? That's not how this is supposed to work at all. I'm just looking for my Snowfall. Cool. Go ahead and get these going. Sure. That worked out pretty well. So we can play the Reveler and prep Eviscerate that. Or at least that's the game plan. Okay. That presents some problems.
What a delightful party. Party's over.
Okay. Suppose that works. We are kind of running out of resources, but I do have the secret passage, at least, and this should be helpful.
Well met.
I love
Something
your
we had.
YouTube vids. Do you think Steam Cleaner is a non-card like Mate Breaker?
Yeah, I think it's a non-card. In that it's yeah, like Late Breaker, I imagine you meant to say. Yes. In Wild, at least. I think that like in Standard, it maybe does a good job of things like Lady Presto Druid, which people have moved away from anyway, but also Kazakhstan shenanigans. But Kazakhstan, since the nerf has just gotten online, a little bit too slow for the Wild format. So I would lean towards no. Uh-oh. Does that mean we're passing the weapon back and forth now? 'Cause that would not be ideal. Maybe I should have made better use with the last charge of that. Oh my god. I was really counting on the Counterfeit Blade being better than that.
Monsters behind you!
Could break this with the Extortion, but that doesn't really solve the problem. I really want to pop this when I have the Sketchy online, which, come on, seems hard to manage. Playing there, cool.
Time's ticking.
Okay, what's gonna happen here? Okay, that's what I was afraid of. Ow. This is not good. That's a horrendously bad draw.
Backstab.
Delightful party. Party's over. Brilliant.
I cannot buy a break right now. What is going on?
That's all for
All right, well, we found the hard counter to this deck.
Valera versus Celeste.
possibilities are endless.
Oh, hey, we've got the broken cards.
Shall we dance?
Go here. I don't know if I want to prep this yet. This is good with the Snowfall, but I would rather find a Sketchy, I think. I could go prep here, but then I still don't have a way to, like, get online yet, so it's not that important to do. Okay, that's not terribly helpful yet. We can play around Big fair game for a bit at least.
You can't stop this snowstorm.
I really want to see what's in here first before I determine the timing of the Snowfall. But that's, like, inefficient with my mana if I hit a tradable spell. Or even an Extortion just to kill that off. So, I'm going to do this in the wrong order. Okay. That's perfect. Just draw a spell. I mean, there's value in drawing a minion too, because I could just hit the Kobold naturally, so I think that this was just better.
Monsters behind you.
Cool. Pretty good board for turn 4.
At last, a worthy disciple.
Yeah, probably just break this, play the weapon. I think maybe this is the one they actually wanted to freeze here.
Backstab.
Wonderful.
Monsters behind you.
Party's over.
Should hit the... It is now your turn. Ha! Good one, Valera. I guess I could have traded the Extortion, but I was just too hypnotized by the board that I created here.
Well met.
Adami, thank you for the prime. A little concerned that maybe Neptulon isn't the problem.
Valera versus Thrall.
I am forged from the very fires of the earth.
Shall we dance?
Alright. Snowfall Graveyard seems like a strong thing to do. Good God. Prep, Snowfall, Coin, Sketchy. But I still do need a minion in hand, right? I guess I could just start by chaining a bunch of kobolds, and that's a good start. Some builds also run Neptulon in this deck. I know, that's that is what I was referencing.
Frost bites sharper than fang.
Okay.
A sight to see.
Kind of wanted to pull the Reveler here. Just because we're now weak to evolve. It's fine. I want to be able to double coin the Reveler next turn. That's why I'm not playing the weapon here, or coining the weapon. Even though it's more immediate pressure, it's important that I get the Reveler down.
Armor! Armor! Lightly used armor! What a delightful party. Party's over!
Well met.
Hi, thank you for the 4 months. I almost choked on my coffee there. They only got one Murloc, so they probably have the
Party's over!
important combo in hand.
Monsters behind you.
Did you know that your schedule still says Skullman's Academy, lol? I mean, if that were a thing that mattered, I would change it. I think that people still manage to find their way here. I think that my schedule is completely wrong, and yet people still make it to streams. Can I get lucky once? Oh my God. Just give me the general. I'm not sure that's going to have the effect that they want. Okay, maybe it was better that this happened. God, can I just get lucky once? Let's see if we can get the weapon. Let's thin our deck a bit.
Time's ticking. No.
A sight to see.
Well met.
Roffle is a truly unlucky gamer. Difficult to watch these odds from.
I know, I've gotten so unlucky. How could I possibly win from this situation? Thank you for the 11 months, Marion. What did Valera just say to you? I believe she said no. Okay, but like, unironically, how do I win from this situation sometimes?
I can't attack again.
Yep. There's potential for us to find the double cutlass that's 610. I need to be able to clear one of these, or at least that one. GG.
That's all for now.
They haven't played the Infinite yet, so our removal is good enough, right? No.
I respect your promise.
Valera versus Gul'dan.
Shall we dance?
I want to keep this in deck, I think, for Sketchy.
No.
No. God, Valera's so bossy. I just want to break the rules of Hearthstone and she won't let me.
Ah, I see you've brought guests.
Hey, welcome, Blackwater. Megathune popular, Warlock popular yet? About as popular as it typically is. I don't think it would want to run 40 cards though. Another threat. Okay, next turn we lead with this, and if we hit the Sketchy, we can go in.
The time has come to dethrone our former master.
YOLO. Okay, next turn it is. In your opinion, what is the best infused card from the expansion? I don't know. I don't think that that's like a necessary and important comparison to make. Like, it seems weird to compare like Door of Shadows at 1 mana to Sire Denathrius at 10 mana.
What a delightful party.
Monsters behind you.
Party's over.
To me, tall!
Job done.
My hand is too full.
They have the Jigga combo. In standard, it's probably Rafam. I mean, Rafam's good in wild too, though. So again, like, it just doesn't seem valuable to compare very different cards to one another like that.
Right tall!
All right. What's actually in here? I didn't check. Illusionist? Okay. Pretty good response to the Jigga. It's possible we could have gotten through that anyway and then, like, still sent these face, but they're my minions, and I want them now.
You win this time.
A 4-mana Murloc might not be great, but he's cute. I mean, because of Jigga, it's legitimately become one of the most powerful Warlock cards. It's basically the Toxfin to Shaman's Flurgle. Like, that is a super busted
Valera versus Gul'dan.
pairing of cards.
Shall we dance?
Reform is far from ultimate finisher. It's more like a good wave
Well
of
met.
threat,
New
IMO.
decks, new month, new sub.
I get-
Thanks for the great content. Keep it up.
Thank you for the 15 months frequency. I hate to break it to you, but that's not how Reform is being used. Seems to be just a very good... Sure. This is a... I can go coin this into this. Seems to be like Arbor Up on a body is where he excels. This could be Mechathune since there's no oh, thank god I didn't draw the patches here.
Monsters behind you.
That said, I do still need some sort of payoff, otherwise I'm just getting all these monsters behind me. Maybe they'll defile me.
Well met.
Thoughts on the new expansion, Roffle?
It's much more powerful than everybody gives it credit for, and people seem reluctant to play new decks for whatever reason, despite that. But thank you for the 26 months. That actually helps me.
Monsters behind you.
Armor! Armor! Lightly used armor.
I'm just desperate to find a big boy. Or gal. I missed.
Backstab. Backstab.
Oh my.
Backstab.
That was a dumb tilted play.
I ain't talking. Ooh, monsters behind you. Monsters behind you. I ain't talking. Ooh, monsters behind you.
Okay, for the love of God, could I get it? Thank you.
Backstab.
What
Backstab.
a delightful party. Party's over.
Backstab.
Rachel!
Backstab.
What a delightful party's over.
To me! Rachel!
Backstab.
You're welcome, Janae. You have a beach vacation somewhere looking tan? Yes, but I didn't go to the beach for very long. I've just been... It's just hot here. I've been working out outside and taking the dogs for walks in the mornings. This is just my natural summer complexion. Oh god, that seems very dangerous for them.
What a delightful party.
Is this really the thing that you want to do here? I really envy your climate situation. We're in a historically bad drought in California right now. Please send water. I would not consider our situation something to envy. Well, that seems really bad for them for a number of reasons. Most of Europe is also in a drought, so not really an option here. I mean, we've been in like a drought for my entire adult life that is severe, and what people don't actually recognize is that a substantial portion of California's economy relies on agriculture. So when you can't make, or when you can't water your crops, things are kind of bad.
Well met.
Rober, thank you for the prime. Okay, we just want to find the Sketchy, and we're in business. Okay, so at 40 cards, they're less likely to find the snowballs. Oh my good god. If I prep the... No, I can't. I've already used that mana. Isn't California like the 5th largest economy on Earth? I think it's like... I think it's a little bit lower than that. I think it's like 8th or 9th. And that's just by whatever weird metrics weirdo economists use. But yes, it's a large place with a lot of things going on that people overlook. Most notably, the agricultural side of things is the part that people overlook. Okay, well, we've got our big stuff this time.
Stone Legion!
Monsters behind you.
Okay, I think I like the splits. Just because they did play an Ice Fishing, so there is the possibility of like a Flurgle Tox. They could also just hit me with a Mutanus here, but that would be fun. What about hotels named California? Unfortunately, like, the problem with that is that you can never leave, so you're just kind of stuck there for a while once you arrive.
Bad manners.
So, would not recommend those.
Backstab.
What a delightful
Monsters
party.
behind you.
Party's over.
There's nothing left in my deck.
An error.
I realized that as... Why did I even trade there? I got distracted by it being Murgle time. Hit the Reveler, please. That card was completely useless anyway. Perfect. Sure. Let's just do a bonk here. A bonk here and a bonk here. Might as well go on a treasure hunt since this goes away, right? Let's go again next turn.
Job's done.
Figure out what I want there. Are there any good wild Malygos decks? Probably Druid is fine. Corbett had a list that I think he got rank 1 with. Yeah. Not a snowball at least. Double wind chill, so damage is permanent, no Reno. Any chance a new Inner Fire Priest? Yes, that should be the next priest deck. Oh, well, actually the next priest deck isn't Inner Fire necessarily, it's just like, but it's similar. It's a minion-based tempo deck, priest deck that I'm planning on having some fun with. Okay, so they must have some sort of clear that they intend to use.
Behind you. Ooh, monsters behind you.
Go here. Okay, I was just gonna grab another tradable, but go with the Counterfeit Blade instead. Sure. Mally Rogue, okay in this meta. I would expect not. I don't know that there's been a metagame where Mally Ghost Rogue was good.
Well met.
Thanks for the wonderful content.
Remnical, thank you for the 1 year. Really appreciate that. I don't want to tip off the Eviscerate, but I will go hunting for the other one here. Found it. That sets up outs for next turn. Probably should have traded this first. Yeah. Huh, let's just get this out of our deck.
Well met.
Watch this.
Unru. Unro, thank you for the 2 months. Really appreciate that.
Time's ticking. No.
How dare you? We kill through Armor Vendor or Big Taunt, which doesn't seem likely, but they could just maybe like a Chain Gang. Still have lethal showing, just on board, so they would need to roll a taunt. That's dangerous for you.
Let nature rest.
Well fought.
That's enough. Time to eat.
The good news about this deck is that you don't even have to play well, you can just win regardless.
Valera versus Lady Va.
Janae, thank you for the 100 bits.
Victory to Queen Ajana. Shall we dance?
I think you might have entangled yourself deep enough into our daily routine with daily uploads. Time to manipulate us with harmful extremist political content. Yeah. My politics are from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, so just be excellent to one another. Such an extremist. Ah.
I see you've brought guests.
We do have some passages that are quite secretive.
A pleasure to see you.
I don't understand. I don't have the graveyard in the sketchy. What's going on here?
I think you have entangled yourself deep enough into our daily routine with daily uploads. Time to manipulate us with harmful extremist political content.
We already talked about that, Stream Elements. Get with the program.
Time is short. I ain't talking.
What a delightful party.
Really quite excited for people to justify that play.
A trivial mistake.
Let's look for the graveyard. We'll guarantee the Stoneborn.
Party's over.
Cool.
Well met.
Game Ovaries, thank you for the gifted sub. You know, after the opponent took a long time thinking last turn, they played a Dirty Rat on turn 2 into a big rogue metagame, so maybe they should take some extra time this turn. And welcome, Gigantic Donuts.
How long can this go on? How long can this go on?
Go ahead and do that next turn. Go prep Sketchy Weapon and still get the 8 to face. Sure.
A trivial mistake.
It's unreal how unlucky that was. That just completely breaks my draws. Hate to see an opponent not get punished for a red on 2. Yeah, it's not looking good after that. That legitimately just absolutely annihilates my neck with the turn that I had set up. Just like a casual one in 18 there. Yep.
Monsters behind you.
Do I ever just go hunting for... No, I think I just do this. Get the double 8/8. And set up for a big graveyard next turn. Hey, GG, Burton. Okay, so prep, snowball, go here, here. Nice. Just looking for the weapon here. There it is. Yeah. It's actually a good hit because this is going back into my deck. I don't think I need a coin from here.
Time's ticking.
Let's just pitch that away. I think it would have been nice to... Sure. Yeah, let's see how bad we get scammed again, but they do have Renethal, right? So less likely they just are able to chain snowballs, but I mean, it's happened to us already once today. Yeah.
Nature waits for no one but me.
There is no justice in this world. They have Shudder, they win. Flurgle Tox would also be pretty devastating, but again, they haven't played a turn. This is probably a good sign. They can trade some of this off, but I believe 2 on board.
Time is short.
What a delightful party. Party's over.
Am I really 1 damage off lethal right now? I don't think I want to show damage or fill my board here, so I think I just hold for another turn. We've seen no duplicates yet, right? So I really don't want to give up damage.
Time's ticking.
Can't remember if this is a nature spell or another elemental.
A toast to all who sought to kill me.
Enthralling.
You are victorious.
This
Easy.
time.
It was not, in fact, easy. That was not. That was not easy. That was miserable.
Valera versus Celeste.
Possibilities are endless. Shall we dance?
Look for the graveyard. This is pretty good. Rep is a good card if I can find the pieces that I need, most notably the Snowfall Sketchy. Alright. Well, we have some mana cheat. Fine. Oof.
It'll be our little secret.
Alright. I do need to find a minion before I play the Kobold because it could very well be a explosive runes. There we go.
Monsters behind you.
It is not. Fine.
You can't stop this snowstorm.
Alright. Good recovery. Next turn we probably just use the secret passage. Welcome, Scalifier. We can coin the secret passage and that'll give us the mana open for a Reveler.
Monsters behind you.
I can take them. Wait, not all of them.
Backstab. Backstab.
Alright, so we know that's an ice block. Ooh. No Sneeds? No, I'm trying the good version of the deck to see just how good it is. Turns out it's very good. Oh no! Anyway.
Your bones will be added to the pile.
The day you finally
Oof. How are we doing with this deck so far? Six and 8. Let's see if this has dust cost in it. Yeah, I have no idea what the dust cost is.
Valera,
But it's not
versus
very expensive.
fury. Shall we dance?
We'll keep this. Look for the snowball. Worst case scenario, we just like double coin out the Reveler. Yeah, the deck has 4 epics, no legendaries, so it is pretty reasonably cost. And isn't prep, is prep in the, yeah, prep is a free core legendary, right? So it's just Secret Passage and the Counterfeit Blade. Okay, looks like the mirror match, which is going to be, I don't know, a nightmare, I imagine. Unless you just high roll. We're probably at an advantage as well if they use the Nuptial and Rag version, which those minions are more fragile. Even crafting this deck is good to gain ranks. Currently, it's considered one of the best decks in the format, so yes. People are doing extraordinarily well with it at very high ranks. Thoughts on a Scrapyard variant. This is the deck that's been successful, and the Stoneborn General is, first of all, a new card, so it's going to take priority. Second of all, it gives you, is more proactive than Scrapyard, so I think it tends to be a little bit better. And having one over the other gives you a bit more consistency. Rush is the only way not to immediately die into Shudder. Gotta tell you, you're still gonna die into Shudder quite a lot. Does this deck do better or worse than the one with Nuptial and Reg? I would rewind about 15 seconds. But yes, is the short answer, I think. I think we're a little bit ahead, so that should be to our advantage, but we're a little bit lacking in resilience at the moment, I guess. If they pop these before we, yeah. Sketchy's kind of awful for me. And this is why. That's actually just the game. I have lost. Oh, wait, no, that saves, potentially. Nope, I lose. Yeah, okay. I don't lose. I keep thinking it's gonna pull the Stoneborn. Oof, okay. That actually saves the game most of the time. Where do I want this? Probably here.
Party's over.
Those weren't the hits that I wanted there, but it's okay. As a mirror match, this seems like an absolute and utter nightmare. Like, I hate this already. Legitimately.
Ooh, monsters behind you. Ooh, monsters behind you.
That falls off, so this is my, well, yeah, this is my opener. Okay. I mean, we have outs for lethal next turn, even if we get full cleared here somehow. But God, I hate this.
What a delightful party.
Not gonna do it. I got really lucky to hit that Sketchy and the second Snowfall. But, like, I don't know. It felt like very few decisions were made that game. I just legitimately drew much better than the opponent.
Valera versus Tyrande.
Shall we dance?
Job done.
2 snowfalls greater than 1 snowfall? I mean, that's legitimately what decided that game. Is kind of silly. I would like to get this combo just so that I have a big minion in hand to pair with the kobolds that I'm going to get. But I don't really have a good way to combo it yet, so yeah. I can... The reason the rush minions are good is that they fight back into the board against like this deck in particular, so I think I can manage with just being a little bit more patient. Like, I can be the reactive deck. Maybe. Okay. Let's just rip the first tier and start chaining these. Good God. Yeah, that's a good draw.
Backstab.
Gonna hold the weapon swing here. Next turn, we hopefully draw a big minion. Then we go Sketchy Swindle. Big minion or a prep or a coin would be... Oh my God, how many times am I gonna do that? That's twice already.
Backstab. Monsters behind you.
God, that was so bad. It's horrendously timed. Fine. Okay, that's a good pickup at least.
Backstab.
Party's over.
Backstab.
Party's over. Party's over.
To me! To me! Tall!
Party's over.
Alright, I'll go ahead and stop complaining now. Wait, that put a Kobold in, didn't it?
What a delightful party.
Monsters behind you. Monsters behind you.
Neptulon must be in hand.
Party's over.
Stone Legion! To me! Break tall!
Backstab. Backstab.
As it is finished, you win.
Oh, you don't like it when it happens to you, do you? I'll be right back while this queues. Need some more water.
Valera versus Tyrande.
Shall we dance?
Looks like we're going coin Snowfall into coin Illusionist. Nope. Coin Snowfall into coin Sketchy. Or coin Snowfall into just Sketchy. Although that means that I'm probably inevitably going to immediately draw the second Illusionist off of that. Can use the Swindle to find something other than an Illusionist once I'm ready to. But this.
Well met.
Here are. Thank you for the 4 months. Sure. Fears those pesky monsters are behind you again. Like a rogue beat shaman and priest is the best big deck in wild. I don't know that we have confirmation on that. Like big priest is still very good, but could be the case. They just keep going. Seen a lot of those big shamans at the moment. What happened to it? They nerfed it into oblivion.
Well met.
Time's ticking.
Not sure that's gonna have the outcome that you're looking for necessarily. Although I guess it does clear the big stuff. Good God, there are some monsters behind you. I don't even know what card to get rid of at this point. I don't think I want to draw this.
Time's ticking.
I've got so much going on in my hand. I'd very much like for this to hit the other Snowfall, so I'm just going to start with this, look for the Snowfall, then a Secret Passage if not.
Stone Legion, to me!
Okay. It's fine. Oh my God. Can you hit something else, please? There we go.
Party's over.
This is unreal.
Time's ticking.
Yeah. Hey, welcome, Co-Star. Thanks.
What a delightful party. Party's over.
Rector!
Party's over. Party's over. No.
Yeah. Seems good. Just go straight into one of the 8/8s, please. Thanks. Sognusman, thank you for the tier 3. I think I may have been away or I missed that, but thank you so much for the very generous support. And sorry for the delay on that.
Party's over. Party's over.
Always be, I'm a big priest. Are we still BMing Pirate Rogues too? Yeah, I'll just BM any deck that doesn't run new cards. How about that?
Valir versus Phelan. I will go forward.
Phelan D's nuts, am I right?
Shall we dance? No.
No.
Job done.
Yeah, welcome, Python. Okay. Wait. Sure.
Job done.
This is probably better for me that it's not a slow druid, because like I've got a lot of big rush minions that can take their stuff off the board. This deck against Big Priest is like watching your middle school bully get mugged. Well, I'm happy to help you with that. Okay, well that just dies to our Eviscerate. See what we get here. Wow. Go here. Here. Okay. Yeah, we're looking pretty good.
Reflect in the moon now.
Okay. I'm gonna prioritize something that kills. Okay, just this. That's the nuts. I just need to not hit a 1 in 9. Like, double tapping the Kobold would be brutal. Speaking of brutal.
What a delightful party. Party's over.
I shall stand down.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Valera versus Gul'dan.
Shall we dance?
Not a great hand. Are the options in Firestone to make your deck tracker look that way on the right? I don't know. I mostly just have the default settings, I thought. But I would check the settings menu if you do need to make changes.
Job done.
Okay, that's not bad because it helps me find the Snowfall or Sketchy, which is what I'm looking for. Kinda just want the spell right now. Okay. Well, that could be a good spell. If I hit the Snowfall and not the Sketchy. Okay. There we go. Now let's look for... Okay. Prep would be nice.
I'm 7 moves ahead of you.
Okay. Don't really intend to play minions. Just don't do the ridiculous thing where we botched the Kobold draw. Sure.
Specimen. What a delightful party.
Monsters behind you!
Party's over.
This always hits the Stoneborn.
Your soul shall suffer.
Shall it?
Job done.
Your soul shall suffer. Your soul shall suffer.
In what way?
Your soul shall suffer.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to elaborate, Gul'dan. Now I'm hearing that my soul shall suffer, but like... I don't know.
Your soul
No,
shall suffer.
it really doesn't seem like it will. Jigafin? I mean, I can deal with the Jigafin, though.
Your soul shall suffer. I'm almost out of time.
What a delightful party.
Okay.
Your soul shall suffer.
Party's delightful party.
Your soul shall suffer. Your soul shall suffer. Your soul shall suffer.
It's possible they Reno here. Opponent is annoyed? No, annoying. Annoying.
Your soul shall suffer. Almost out of time.
Are you gonna clean that up?
What a delightful party.
Soul shall suffer.
What a great opponent. Thanks for the legend, friendo!